I did beat the Silent Hill 2 remake, and I feel like I beat it like a month and a half ago. It's been so long. I forgot. I
Yeah,
did.
because you were on vacation, and then I think we had to delay recording
Yeah.
time or something like that. Yeah, so yeah,
It was super good. I will say, for someone who I didn't know anything about the Silent Hill franchise at all, like nothing. So I went into this not knowing the backstory, and I was confused when I beat the game as someone who didn't know anything. So that was my only gripe. I felt like there was a lot of stuff not explained. Like I was just like, I beat the game. I'm assuming it's okay if I talk about spoilers here. I guess if there's viewers listening, there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't beat Silent Hill 2 or the remake, spoiler talk. But didn't explain like why there were nurses. It didn't explain anything about Pyramid Head. I was so freaking confused because I thought all of that was going to be explained. So I beat the game and I'm like, well, what's Pyramid Head? His existence wasn't explained. Why are there like dead nurses everywhere? And then, thank God, my sister's boyfriend, Jonathan, is a huge Silent Hill fan. He knows like everything about these games, and he just went into like a full tangent about everything. But he explained Silent Hill 1 and how the town came to be. And then he just kind of explained that the nurses and Pyramid Head and stuff was stuff that the town created based on like James. I guess he was like, I think he explained it like because he was in the hospital with his wife a lot. That's why he saw nurses. Pyramid Head, I think, was from a photo or something that we saw at one point. I forgot what, but he was kind of explaining.
it was in the museum near the end. You saw a picture of Pyramid Head where he was like the judge, so to
Yes.
speak.
Yeah.
And he was like judge and executioner, so to speak. So that's why at the end you saw two pyramid heads at the end.
Yeah, so I'm glad Jonathan was there to explain that because I didn't know the lore. So for me, I was confused.
Explain why the nurses were sexy.
He did. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it's because James, his wife was sick, so he was having like sexual fantasies or something, or
sexual frustrations.
Frustration.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that particular scene I know, and I think Masahiro Ito, one of the lead designers, kind of debunked this myth where there was like that scene in the apartments where you see the Pyramid Head like wrestling with one of the mannequin dolls, and I think a lot of like Silent Hill 2 conspiracy theorists were like, this is, obviously Pyramid Head is like a metaphor. It's kind of like a metaphor for like James or whatever, but like this scene is like him acting out a rape sequence or something. And it's like, no, that's not what that scene was at all.
Yeah.
So, but it made it, I think especially in the original one, it made it look like, the Pyramid Head was raping this mannequin doll, but that was debunked by the lead artist where they were like,
oh, okay.
That's not what that signified at all.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like
they couldn't do as much movements, and so it looked a little more stiffer, and mannequin kind of bent over a sink.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly for sure what it signified because I mean, everything in this game, that game is like, there's so much symbolism in that game where it's like, well, what does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean? What does Eddie mean? What does Laura mean? What is like, the strip club mean? It's like a weird thing, So like, there's so you go down the rabbit hole enough on the internet, someone's linked something in the game to something else specific, and it's like, I've seen a lot of Masahiro Ito's tweets of him engaging with his fan base, and some of these fans are just coming up with wild ass shit. And he's coming around saying, no, that's not it.
That's hilarious. It was fun trying to figure out